Hello, and welcome to Flights of Fandom, a show where we create improvised fan fiction using tabletop RPGs. I'm David, he, him. I'm a graphic designer, an illustrator, and a game designer. You can check out all my game stuff at dbb-8.itch.io, and I will be your GM for the next 2 weeks. This week, we are kicking off a game in the Batman universe, playing a hack of Grant Howitt's Honey Heist that we are calling ESCAPE from Arkham. I'm joined by an awesome cast of players this week, and I will let them introduce themselves to you.
So I am going first this week. I am Mattie. You can use pronouns she, her, or they, them. You can find me around the internet at Cellartator on most social medias. And that's pretty much me.
Hey everyone, I'm Marcy, also known as Experimental Madness around this channel. You can also find me under that username on various social medias, except for Twitter, which is under Marciful. I'm very rarely on there, so maybe you'll catch me. Pronouns are she, her.
Hi, I'm Puja, pronouns she, her, and you can find me on the internet at Puja on Twitter, at Pujabaraki on Instagram, and in this chat as Snarkastically.
And finally, last, thank gods. What's up, y'all? I'm Hopper. I prefer they, them pronouns, and I can be found on the internet at Fail Deadly, and that is with a 3 instead of an E, because I'm a bad person.
I feel like that's your catchphrase at this point, Hopper.
I mean, I kind of a little bit.
Just specifically the 3 with an E because I'm a bad person.
Yeah.
It's like you should trademark it. You should have a little TM.
I mean, fair enough. It's a license plate, too.
Yeah. Well, there you go. So, I want to just jump right into the game, into the narrative, and we will explain some things about the game system that we're playing and how it works as we go. But for now, I want to take you to a dark night. Lightning flashes, illuminating Victorian Gothic spires of a massive building. Beyond, in the distance, across the bay, we see the skyscrapers of Gotham City. Another lightning flash, and we see a gate in front of those spires with wrought iron letters reading, Arkham Asylum. Cut to the interior. We're in a room with grungy tiled walls lit by these institutional fluorescent lights. Jacky, you're sitting in a steel chair in some black and white striped scrubs. Who do we see? Give us a short description.
So Jacqueline Ripley is a fairly young-ish woman, pretty lanky in build. She's got short, very dirty, it looks like it's blonde right now, but it's definitely not usually blonde. You can see the roots are coming back in with that brown, so it looks very mottled. It's short, but kind of feathered over to one side, so a little bit shorter than mine. And one side is also shaved. She's got a smattering of little scars around her lips and eyes. This girl looks tough, and she's just sort of staring very patiently against the back wall, she's thinking about something else.
So across from you, there's a man in glasses and sort of a rumpled suit. He's holding a clipboard in his hands, and we see a name badge. His suit jacket pocket, which reads Dr. Henry Tan. and behind him, sort of on either side of the door of the room, are these two pretty heavily armed guards.
I'm assuming I'm handcuffed, right?
I think you are considered a somewhat low security inmate or patient, depending on who you're asking at the asylum. So I think you were probably cuffed on your way here, but they were probably removed when you were brought into the room. And the guards are definitely ready to cuff you as soon as this session is over. So Dr. Tan is kind of looking down at his clipboard and says to you, Jacky, you've been living a sort of a double life for some time now. How would you describe your feelings about that?
You live in Gotham, right? Doesn't everybody got a double life thing going on here? I say that's pretty normal.
So it's your belief that this sort of duality is inherent to everyone. It's a universal thing for you.
Don't try to psych me out. Look, I mean, I have a job. I pay bills. That's about it. Kind of like what you're doing right now.
Well, certainly, but you have, you have two jobs. Is that not correct?
Sure.
Why don't you tell me about them? I'd like to hear your perspective in your own words.
Look, sister and I, we've been together a long time on our own. She's only got me. We have a little cafe downtown. It was her idea. She opened it up. I just help in the back a lot of the time. It's called the Bad Batch, but I bet you're gonna read into that. Truth is, she just likes making a lot of baked goods, but she doesn't care what they look like. So we made a kind of gimmick out of it. Is that good? Is that good enough?
I've actually walked by the establishment. It's cute.
Yeah, a lot of people go through our establishment.
But of course, that's not your only line of work, Jacky. I believe you ended up here in Arkham for your other job. Is that right?
I plead the fifth.
I'm not a lawyer, Jacqueline. I'm just a therapist. I'm trying to help you here.
I hear a lot about the therapy that goes on in here.
Well, I assure you that I take doctor-patient confidentiality very seriously. Nothing
Really?
that is said in this room leaves the room.
It's what you do to the patients that are inside the whole facility that's freaking me out a little bit, Doc.
What are your concerns?
Well, people hear a lot of rumors. Nobody that comes in here gets rehabilitated. So what are you doing with all of your patients?
Well, not everybody who comes to Arkham can be helped immediately. There are patients who take a lot of work and a lot of time and effort. And quite frankly, Jacky, I'm sure you've heard this before, if it's not something you want, it can't happen. Rehabilitation, I mean.
Yeah, I'm curious about a couple of things, like how it was really easy to kind of get put here instead of Blackgate. Like, how'd that happen? What kind of racket you got with the courts, Doctor?
Well, it's generally our opinion, Jacky, as psychologists, that those who would choose to work for people who have been deemed insane are themselves likely to be mentally unstable, and we tend to have those people transferred here rather than sent to prison where they won't be able to receive the quality of care that we can offer here at Arkham.
Doc, I'm just your friendly local hit woman. Do I sound insane to you at all?
Right, that's kind of what I wanted to get at here. You have a rather notorious reputation as a hit woman, is that right?
Do I? Why don't you read what's in your file?
Well,
Pretty big.
It is. I have extensive information here. Your work for the Falcone crime family is somewhat extensive, as is your work for one Two-Face, aka
His name's Harvey.
Harvey Dent.
Mr. Dent to you.
Yes, of course. Mr. Dent is a patient here as well, and again, your work for him, to us at least, indicates some degree of mental instability.
All right. Sure, I'm mentally unstable.
I'm not trying to mess with you or anything here, Jackie.
You sure?
Well, yes. Why don't you tell me about Mr. Dent? How did you first come to work for him?
Offered me a better paying gig.
And that's all? You seem to, at some point in your record, have developed rather an affinity for working with Mr. Dent on his various crimes throughout Gotham City.
Pays really, really well. Paid bills on the cafe, sister's medical funds taken care of. You know, a gig's a gig.
There's nothing personal in it.
She lunges across the table and tries to grab for his collar at that.
He like pulls back very quickly, and the guards just swoop in and grab you.
Who the fuck told you that?
Now, Jackie, I can see I've touched a nerve here. Again, not my intention to upset you, just to unravel things a bit.
There's no unraveling that's gonna happen here. Not at all. I'm gonna hear, and I'm gonna do my time, and then you ain't never gonna see me again.
Okay,
How'd you find out about that little piece of information? Who told you that?
Jackie, the file speaks for itself.
It will be good for my mental stability if I knew. Maybe I'd sleep better.
Merely observing, as your therapist, that you seem to have a particular affinity for Mr. Dent. That's all. If you believe I was implying something else, I certainly wasn't intending to.
He's my boss, alright? Maybe I remember when he wasn't doing some sort of criminal activities and he was actually gonna make this place better. No thanks to all of you. I'm done.
Yeah, the guards think you're done too. And they pick you up, and one of them slaps the cuffs on you behind your back, as Dr. Tan kind of adjusts his tie. We cut to the same room, but now there's somebody else in the chair. Manny, you are in that steel chair across from Dr. Tan, dressed in that same Arkham issue black and white striped scrubs uniform. Who do we see now?
So in the chair, you see a brown woman with hair that has seen every color of the spectrum, but is currently blue. It looks like a box job done probably at home, but you could tell it's kind of her signature. And since she's just walked in not that long ago, she also has remnants of who knows how many day-old makeup. There's blue eyeshadow and glitter from maybe a night out, maybe a Twitch stream. No one knows. And so she sits there looking weirdly comfortable despite everything about her screaming that she should not be in those scrubs.
Yeah. And have you like customized them in any way?
There's been some very artful fraying of hem and sleeves because cuffed hems. I mean, what is she, 8? But it's a work in progress, and you get a feeling that these tests are bounds to see how far she can go.
Sure.
In terms of making them look less hideous.
So Dr. Tan taps his clipboard. Manny, you say you're married to Dr. Harleen Quinzel?
Well, it's we say we're wives, but you know how gay women go. You date for 3 months and you got a wifey.
I see.
But I took her name, if that matters, so we're happy. It's great.
Right. You seem to be listed as Manny Quinn on all of your paperwork here.
I know. I mean, Harley obviously did it first, but it just was serendipitous the way it worked out. So, of course, I had to go with it. Manny Quinn. I mean, can you think of a better Twitch stream handle? Because I certainly can't.
It's very good. It's very clever. I can't help but wonder, though. You have changed your name. That's an important part of one's identity, and you've changed it to align with Dr. Quinzel or Harley Quinn, I believe is. You probably know her.
Well, I call her Harley. Or Harles, depending on what we're doing.
Sure. I'm curious about the nature of the relationship there. How did it begin?
Well, I was, this is right after she had broken up. Well, it'd been a while since she'd broken up with Mr. J, as she likes to call him. And she was in a park one day, and I was in the park. I was just, I don't know, probably blowing some bubble gum. What do you do in a park? And she came by, and she had a baseball bat, and she was beating up some goons, and they were harassing some girls, and it seemed like a good idea to help her out. And one thing led to another, and she asked for my help, and then I don't know. At some point, I moved in. Who keeps track of these things? And here we are.
And here you are in Arkham, as a matter of fact, for participating at some length in Harley Quinn's crimes.
You say crimes, whatever. Every single one of those guys deserved it.
Well, that's quite interesting. Speak on that, if you would. You believe that everything you did was justified. The targets deserved what was coming to them. How so?
Well, do you believe, Dr. Tan, that there's men in this world who just get away with whatever they want? Because that's kind of what we go around fixing.
So you see your activities as a kind of crusade.
Sometimes. Other times, I want to take Harley out for good dinner and gotta make some dough to make that work. So, it's whatever you need to do. It's Gotham. What I do is the least bad of all things. I don't even know why I'm here or even why Harley's here. You got bigger fish to fry.
Well, our main concern Manny, is the degree to which you've subsumed your identity into this other person. In fact, it's not entirely dissimilar to what I've seen in the file for Harley. Her identity was in many ways subsumed by the persona of the Joker.
Yeah, it was, but then remember when she like blew up that whole plant thing to make sure everybody knew she was her own person? Right? And it's okay, you know, we lesbians, we like to call it the urge to merge. It's totally normal.
Sure. So you don't feel trapped in any way, or...
No! She's the love of my life! She lets me be whoever I want to be.
Well, being oneself is certainly a valuable mode of expression. Does it concern you at all that manner of expression can lead to harm to others?
No, because we make sure it's only those who deserve it. And, you know, at the end of the day, I always like to check in with my own shrink, Harley.
Oh, yes. Dr. Quinzel did work at the asylum for some period of time. I suppose that doesn't exactly reflect well on me sitting across here from you now as a trained psychologist.
Just give it some time. You might be here with me. Anything goes in Gotham.
Oh my. And I think we'll cut on Dr. Tan sort of nervously adjusting his tie at that. The person in the chair is now Olly. Same room, same black and white scrubs. Who are we looking at?
Probably sans sunglasses at this point. You're looking at Olly's about 5'9". Doesn't have a southern accent. I don't know why that slipped in there. And about 5'9", skinny, pale, hair up in like kind of a blonde crew cut into light. You can kind of tell it used to be it's a real lazy mohawk that's grown out a little bit, with stunningly like neon green eyes. Like the pupils are neon green and pretty androgynous overall, but just sitting there very quiet and just blank faced.
Cool. So Dr. Tan is once again examining his clipboard. Alexei Oleander, tell me, how long have you worked for Pamela Isley?
I'd like to speak to my lawyer.
You are certainly welcome to do so. I have to stress this is not a police interview of any sort. Nothing here will be used against you or legally can be in a court of law. Yeah.
Olly just stares and like unblinking.
Olly, my goal here is a therapeutic one. As your assigned therapist here in Arkham, you're my patient, and my only goal is to talk out what's going on and try to help you. There's like I said, no, the sentence has been passed. There's no further legal repercussions to talking to me. Okay, let's look it through your file a little bit here. I'm curious about Dr. Isley, or Poison Ivy, I believe, is her nom de guerre in Gotham. Because you appear to have grown rather close to her over the time that you've worked together. What is it you do for her? How would you describe it in your own words?
I drive.
Yes, I can see that in your file. You have been the dedicated driver for quite a number of Poison Ivy's crimes. She seems to have come to rely on you somewhat heavily. Is that an accurate characterization?
Seems like you're putting words in my mouth, Doc.
Well, that's certainly not my intention. I would rather you provide the words.
Pass.
Okay, very well. So, you do have something of a record prior to working for Poison Ivy of stealing cars. This seems to be all over your criminal records, and the I can't help but wonder, what is it about cars for you?
I like to go fast.
You like to go fast. So the thrill of it is what you would say drives you?
I said what I said.
And working with Dr. Isley as her getaway driver provides you the opportunity to go fast. Yes?
It would logically follow.
I wonder how this sort of interacts with Poison Ivy's mission. I have gone over her file as well, considering how closely the two of you work together. She seems to be focused on ecology. Her crimes tend to have something of an eco-terrorism bent. Does that seem like a fair characterization to you?
Can't say you're wrong. Something you two share, isn't it?
Who to?
Olly looks around kind of very dramatically at the rest of the room. I wasn't talking to them, so I guess I'm talking to you, Doc.
Oh. I'm not sure what you're driving at, Olly.
Somber Tech, 7 years ago. About 89 tons of mordroxylene dumped into a river. A spike of seizures in children ages 3 to 7 followed approximately 3 weeks later. Got kickbacks from that.
Olly, I don't think, I don't know where you're getting that information. We should be squarely focused on you here. This is a therapy session for you. We're trying to help you here.
Oh, is it? I hadn't noticed.
Uh-huh. I just can't help but wonder how you square your love of cars, notable industrial machine, widespread cause of ecological destruction, with your mission with Poison Ivy to, well, make the world a little greener.
Sometimes you gotta use a machine to break a machine, Doc.
I see. I think that's a good line to cut. We will, our view shifts back around, and now sitting in the steel chair in the center of this fluorescent lit room, we see Ed. As with everyone else in standard issue striped scrubs. Ed, who do we see?
So you're gonna see about an average height man, 5'10", high and tight cut, clean shaven, a little bit husky. Got some crow's feet, probably in his early mid 40s. Brown hair, brown eyes, pretty much just as average as they come.
Ed. I'm Dr. Tan.
Nice to meet you, Dr. Tan.
Likewise. I'll be your therapist here at Arkham. I wanted to just start this session by getting a bit of information on your background, and really try to just create a basis for our therapeutic relationship here. So, in your own words, if you could describe to me how did you end up here in Arkham?
Well, first I just gotta say, you seem real nice for a shrink. I'd never. My second wife tried to get me to go to one, but I don't have time for that. But I guess I do now. But you seem real nice, so
Well,
I just
thank you, Ed. I don't get that a lot.
Weird. You just seem like a normal guy to me. Well, let's see my background. I started working for the Riddler about 15 years back. I was in a bad spot. Second wife I mentioned, alimonies. Now I got 2 of them. Well, I got 3 now, but that's just how it goes. But alimonies, and then child support. So I was looking for a job, and Riddler, looking through the papers, and the Riddler needed a new tech guy. Light bulbs kept breaking or something. It was a long time ago, but I started working for him, and the pay's good. It's just the upward movement was really good. I started fixing the light bulbs, and now I do all sorts of management stuff, and the pay's real good. Gotta pay all those alimonies, but also, we get insurance, got my 401k. I didn't even know what a 401k was before, I started working for the guy. And did I say dental? Got dental. Orthodontics. My third kid, my boy, his teeth are. I would never. Don't repeat this, but his teeth are real fucked up. So it's good that I can give him, some braces and all that. But that's pretty much it.
Right. So your entire criminal history is just a steady job.
Yeah. I mean, it's really not a bad job. I mean, we just leave boxes for Batman to find, answer riddles. I mean, sure, sometimes you gotta code a virtual reality maze that traps the police commissioner. But like, I mean, I just code the maze. It's not like I make the commissioner go in there. Like, it's money.
So you see yourself as rather blameless, just a kind of a working stiff.
I mean, blameless, we've all got, our crosses to bear. I do sometimes wonder about the morality of all of it, but like, really, are any of us free from blame and, causing the suffering of others? Like, you hurt people, I hurt people, and, I'm really sorry for that. But also, they hurt people, I mean, we're all just shit people. And, maybe in the next cycle I'll do a little bit better.
You are something of a philosopher, Mr. Shannon, which I must say you'll excuse me, I didn't expect.
I mean, I don't know about that. I just, I just think, I'm sitting in the chair, I'm sitting in a cafe across the street waiting for Batman to come pick up the latest riddle, and I got a lot of time on my hands to do some thinking. So, sometimes you wonder about your place in the world while sipping your third macchiato.
Certainly, I'm sure we can all relate. Ed, I can't help but observe that you don't seem very dedicated to what you're doing. I don't say this to accuse you of incompetence. You sound very competent at it, but you don't seem, well, if you'll excuse me, Ed, you work for a man who dresses up in a suit covered in question marks and constructs the entirety of his personality around the construction of increasingly elaborate riddles in order to commit esoteric crimes which themselves offer almost no payoff beyond the completion of said riddles. He's well, your boss is something of an eccentric, and you don't seem particularly interested in any of that.
I mean, I worked in government for a long time, so I'm pretty used to just kind of like, doing my job, and sure, he dresses funny and goes on long rants and talks, and I don't know, sometimes he talks and it just slides right by. I don't know, it could be worse. I could be working for the police, right? Like, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. He's just a little, crimes, esoteric. They don't really have that much payoff. Like, I'm not, bombing a train or something, I think.
Huh. And with that, we will cut away. So, that is our cast of characters, hench people, working for Gotham City's various eccentric villains. The scenario is as follows. You and your bosses have all been committed, as we've seen, to Arkham Asylum for the criminally insane, after you've had various run-ins with the Batman. most of you have ended up here, just as Dr. Tan said, on the simple logic that as your bosses are clearly insane, only the insane would work for the insane. To be clear, mental health care and criminal justice in Gotham City are complete garbage. However, the four of you have gotten together, and you have a plan. You're going to work together to break out all four of your bosses, associates, wives, and together escape from Arkham. I want to give a brief rundown of how this game works as a refresher to our players, and so our audience has some idea what the heck is going on here. So, we are playing a hack of a game called Honey Heist by Grant Howlett, in which, in the original version of the game, it is a one-page RPG in which you all play a bunch of bears and you have to steal honey. It's great. In our version of the game, we have tuned things to be for Gotham hench people. So, you have two stats. Stat 1, criminal, for mundane, nefarious stuff. Stat 2, gimmick, for when you use your boss's gimmick to solve a problem. When you act in this game, you're going to form a pool of d6s. If at least one of those d6s that you roll is under the stat that you're using, you succeed at what you're doing. When your plan runs into trouble, you're going to move 1 point from criminal to gimmick. When your plan goes off without a hitch, you're going to move 1 point from gimmick to criminal. You can voluntarily move points as well. If you want to voluntarily move a point from gimmick to criminal, you can call a flashback scene to the group planning the breakout. If you want to voluntarily move a point from criminal to gimmick, you can call a flashback scene of you and your boss doing something together. If either stat ever reaches 6, you've created too much of a ruckus at the asylum, and Batman shows up. You do not want Batman to show up.
Are you sure about that?
It will be very bad for you if Batman shows up.
He's gonna put us in our rooms.
He will put you in your room. So, where are we starting? Where does your plan commence? What's phase 1?
I'd like to volunteer an idea. If people are up for that.
Yeah, go for it.
That our first meeting is had when there's like common room time. When we can all like be in the rec room.
Yeah,
together,
we're like playing cards or something.
Table. Yeah.
Playing cards.
Yeah,
Okay.
like when all like usually like all of the patients are allowed some rec time.
So that'll be the
Supervised,
basis. Yeah,
but-
so that'll be the basis for our planning flashback. So whenever you need to
Gotcha.
flashback, that's where we're going to that card game in the asylum, like low security common area.
Here's the real question: are we playing poker, rummy, or go fish?
We have to flip for it.
Ugh, always with the flipping.
I'm getting better at it.
Well, I know how to play Go Fish. I don't know how to play Rummy. And I kind of know how to play poker.
How about we just play some blackjack?
Oh, I think I know how to play that one.
It's just 2 cards. We can do that. But who do you trust to deal? That's the question.
Oh,
I mean,
Jack's
I can be
probably
the. Well, I mean, it's just a game amongst the friends, you know. Nobody's cheating, but I'll deal. You know.
I trust Ed. Ed can deal.
All right, I'm just dealing out the cards because Mattie can only kind of remember how to play blackjack.
All right, so we play some blackjack.
Whoa, 3 aces! I'm just kidding.
I know. I also have no idea how to play blackjack, so don't look
Think
here.
you want to get over 21?
That
No, you
much
don't
I
want to get
know.
over 21. You don't. You want to get
It's
just
21.
21.
Yeah, you want to get
Not
the
gonna sit here and
closest.
debate the rules about
And then-
blackjack.
Yeah.
The person.
This will be a rabbit hole.
Yeah, we should just hand wave the blackjack play.
Yeah, you're playing cards.
Thanks.
Hey.
You're playing cards. What have you planned? I want to cut to like the first scene where the heist starts to pop off.
Do we know yet where our savees, our rescuees are?
That should probably be the first part of the plan.
To
Finding out
figure
where
out.
they are.
Yeah.
You stole a map.
Maybe that should be the first part of the plan. Go steal a map.
We could probably get a map of the asylum prior to getting captured. Or are we planning this apropos of nothing?
I think it's fair to say you could get a map before you started.
There's
yeah.
Also,
a high enough turnover.
we can also do 2 birds, 1 stone. I believe, Ed, as I am the hacker, I could hack and try to download a map onto some stolen device, concealed
Yeah.
device,
You also maybe,
a map and the locations of our bosses.
Jacky leans forwards, think you can also kind of get those cameras to loop?
That's a great question. Maybe.
The size, the better.
So it sounds like phase 1 is you have to sneak Ed or get Ed somehow into essentially Arkham's security room because you need access to the cameras and you need you want a digital map of the facility. Yeah? Cool. How are you going to do that? So I think it's safe to say you have an idea. You have an idea of where the at least one of the guard stations is on the way into the asylum. There's a processing area off to the side. I think you could have easily noted that there was a guard station with, closed circuit TV screens and some computers and stuff. How do you want to get in there?
We could do a distraction.
Well, I'm just a hacker, so
I got an idea.
I mean, look at me. I'm not too good at sneaking, so just keep that in mind. Can't fit in any of these vents for sure.
I can't do any of the sneaking stuff a little bit, but you know what I can do? I can be your bodyguard. I'm real good at that.
Never had a bodyguard before. Crazy.
How do we get the guard out of the guard station though?
I'd like to say cut away from the flashback there to when Jacky is in her cell, and she's got her hands hanging through the bars just a little bit, and she just sort of gives a whistle hey, is anybody out there? Something weird going on in here. I think I hear people trying to escape. I can just hear ping ping ping. I don't know. It's driving me nuts.
You're trying to get a guard to come over.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that works. One of the guards. I think the vast majority of the time you're guarded by fairly gnarly, heavily armed prison guards. Despite the fact that this is ostensibly a mental health care facility. Again, Gotham is garbage. And so I think one of the guards is going to come over and kind of I think probably has like is there a different term for it for nightstick when it's in inside
a baton?
Yeah, like a baton. And is just gonna whack his baton against the bars of your cell. I think the cells here are those sort of like mesh, like crisscross grid things. So he's gonna whack it against that. Hey, quiet down over there.
I'm serious. Can't you hear that? It's driving me nuts.
I don't hear nothing. The only thing I hear that's driving me nuts is you talking.
How close is he to me?
Pretty close. Pretty close. I think if your hands are hanging out, it's sort of like there's like kind of a box slot, where they would pass like trays of food and stuff back and forth.
Just come here and listen. Listen, man. You can walk away.
I mean, he's very close to you now. He's not. I don't think he's persuaded to stop and listen, but he's within grasping range.
And just like grabs him, like, you can't fucking hear that, and like slams like him.
Yeah, just like slams his face into that like hard metal mesh. Let's have a roll.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so I think this is going to be with your criminal stat.
It is.
So you're rolling 1d6.
I'm rolling though.
And I think that's it.
Is it just 1d6? It says also when using your criminal speciality.
Yeah, so you are a hitman. That is your criminal specialty or specialty, whatever.
Like slamming somebody's face into
I'm slamming a man's head into the.
I would also agree with that.
Okay, so we'll give
brawly.
We'll give you a d6 for violence. Oh, I'm sorry. You're the brawler.
I'm the brawler.
Yeah, 100%. 2d6.
Okay. What's the range of what's good, what's bad?
So
like 6/6 is good.
Your criminal stat should be sitting at a 3 right now because it hasn't changed. If you have a 3 or under, that's going to be a success. So you need one of the die has to be a 3 or under.
Gotcha. It is 2.
Okay.
I was
cool.
very nervous there for a second.
Do you have more than one success? If you have more than one success, you can get a critical.
So if they're like both saying that?
If both
under
that you rolled are under your stat, then that's a critical. If it's just one, then it's regular.
So.
Sorry?
So I shouldn't have tallied them up.
No, they're not added together. They're separate.
It's a 1 and a 1 then.
Okay, cool. So that's
Snake
2,
eyes.
Yeah, so each die is
What are the odds?
an individual success. So you get a critical success.
Oh, snap. We're learning.
So you pull this guard, you slam him into the cage. His head impacts it. You can see immediately his forehead is bloodied, and he just like slumps back.
I want to keep holding on to him so I can
completely unconscious. Okay, so you're like grabbing sort of the front of his his. I think these guys have like tactical vests. They have like stabbing armor essentially.
And then I want to grab the set of keys or a key card.
Yeah, totally.
Whatever he's got on him.
Yeah, it's high tech. You grab a key card.
Key card, swipe, sling the body like as far back as I can go.
Yeah.
Actually, I want to retract that. I think she takes the body, puts it neatly on her cot, and tucks him in.
Aww. Adorable.
And then takes the clothes.
You tuck him under the terrible, scratchy institutional blanket.
Yeah. I'm gonna steal the coat, and I'm gonna steal his little tactical jacket, and I'll steal his hat.
Great. You can absolutely do that. So, as you have gotten a critical success, you can also ask me a question about the situation at hand, and I have to give you an honest answer. So what's something you want to know? Where's your boss? Easy. I think you've been talking to people. You've tried to you've been trying to like get the scuttlebutt basically about what's
I mean,
going on.
Some of these folk come to the Bad Batch.
Yeah.
They know me. They know my sis.
Right. Also, I think it's important to note all of the guards at Arkham, with almost no exceptions whatsoever, are corrupt. And
No.
I know.
What are the chances?
Can you believe it in this economy?
And it is very easy to, talk to somebody who can bribe somebody who, works with the guard, who, is directly guarding any given prisoner and find out where they are. So
Ed's third kid probably has somebody who plays soccer with their kid or some shit.
Yeah. Ed has helped her Manny pay off guards with bits.
with bits?
Best in
From
Bitcoin.
Twitch.
From Twitch?
Or bits.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've totally done that. I love that. So basically, through the grapevine, Jacky, you are aware that Harvey Dent is being held in the intensive treatment center, which is a heavily guarded, theoretically like sort of psychological, like the psych ward of Arkham Asylum. So it's kind of the maximum security psych ward, basically.
Oof. Don't like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get Ed.
All right. I think it's pretty reasonable to say that you here in the low security area are all kind of in the same general cell block, unless somebody thinks they would not be for some reason. But
it's even better if we all are, because then Jacky will happily unlock the rest of the.
Yeah, I think
Olly
with the key card you have, you can just go do that.
Nice.
So, what do? You're able to get everybody out into the sort of main corridor of the cell block.
Can I do some gimmick bullshit?
Please do some gimmick bullshit.
All right, so I'm gonna do some gimmick bullshit.
Oh, and Jacky, sorry to interrupt you, Hopper. Jacky, as the plan has gone off without a hitch, you are now moving 1 point from gimmick to criminal.
And just Jacky does that, or all of us?
Just Jacky, because only
Okay.
Jacky was acting.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go when Hopper's done.
So Olly, we're over to you.
So super simple. Ollie's managed to get like enough dirt and whatnot, like just general grime. I imagine this place is not cleaned often.
No.
Shoved it into one corner, put a little bit of water on it, and has rapidly grown what appears to be a grow your own shiv. Except it's
it's like a really dense, sharp wood.
Yeah, like it just grows like that. What can I say? The doc's hot.
I love that.
Ooh, is my audio a bit borked?
Sounds all right on my end.
Is it? No?
Your mic got a little warbly.
Yeah.
Oh, that might just be my voice.
Oh, there you go. You're back.
No, that's just me. That's all.
Oh, that's Olly. Okay, got it.
Yeah, Olly doesn't have an accent. Olly's
got the gravel.
Olly's a mix of all the different. Yeah, Olly's been in a bunch of car accidents.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, poor Olly. So yeah, give me a gimmick roll.
All right.
You're rolling 2d6 because you're using your base d6, and you are doing something with your boss's gimmick.
Okay. Well, that's awful. That's a 6 and a 4.
Okay. So neither of those is a success. I think you're able to do this. You're able to grow your shiv, but you're growing it in the corner on like institutional linoleum. It is very fragile. You could get like one good stab out of this thing, and then it'll be toast.
This one stab's all you need.
Yep.
Manny would like to go to Jacky's old room and go get the baton off of the guard. It's no baseball bat, but it'll do for now.
You can whack shit with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
The guard wearing any sunglasses? Jackie.
Did the guard have a gun at all?
Can I pat the guard down to see whether there's sunglasses or a gun while
sure.
I'm in there getting the baton?
I think I love sunglasses because I feel
If
like
there
that's
are
very important for
sunglasses-
Ollie.
I tossed them to Ollie.
Classic,
Oh.
a little bit more.
Oh, sorry, Ed.
They're like
Oh, no.
they're like a pair of
Ollie.
aviators.
Ollie, you wear them better. No.
I'll do my closest.
Next pair.
Yeah, Manny, you're able to get the baton. Who's patting the guard down?
Manny is.
Manny.
Okay, so Manny, give me a criminal roll.
A criminal roll. Okay.
And this is.
Ooh, it's a 1.
Okay, great. That's a success. So what do you want to find? You can find one other useful thing on this guard.
Well, we're in an insane asylum, so I feel like we have violent things on our hands.
Yeah,
How about
I don't think the guards
taser?
right
a taser.
here. Yeah, a taser for sure. You could definitely find a taser. don't
I
think
doubt
they
we'll
have
find guns. Yeah.
Yeah. There are definitely armed guards with guns throughout this facility, but not in this particular area. But yeah,
Probably on the
I think
outer
you find
perimeter.
like it's kind of a nasty one. It's like a cattle prod, like a shock stick,
Oh
like
yeah.
a rod, kind of a taser.
Alright.
You gonna keep that? Or can I have it?
You can have it. You
Hell
go.
yeah.
I toss it to her. I take the baton and start twirling it. Like it looks straight up like high school baton twirling.
Love that.
Watch out whack it and toss it.
You
Ollie,
break a light.
And
Ooh.
as talented as you are, Manny, and how you know I love spending time with all of you, I'd love to do that when we're not here.
Glad
yeah,
I don't have to
yeah.
replace that.
No. It'll help us be
You
sneakier.
know what? We're gonna find other tech stuff for you. Come on, let's go make some security cameras go whoosh. I don't know, whatever the techie thing is.
Go whoosh.
Whoosh is a technical term, actually.
All right.
It's not as bad as swooping, but it's still just it's
Hey.
just a whoosh.
So your plan is to get from the low security penitentiary area to essentially you have to get back to intake to the intake area of the asylum. How are you getting there? What's your method?
Well, I mean,
Service quarters?
What did you say?
Sure. Oh, you mean I actually have to enunciate and speak towards the mic? Service corridors? Corridors? Apparently
Corridors.
that word.
I really heard servants' quarters.
I
I
heard
did
that too.
I swear to God.
And
trying
yes,
to
we'll just take the downstairs.
Yes.
Of course.
well, Jackie's got the tactical jacket and the hat. I mean,
I can make like I'm escorting y'all to get like I don't know reassigned.
I guess you're also. What if we steal also or borrow the guards' clothes?
Who's fitting in that?
Whoa. Something happened with my internet there. You all surged and I
Oh.
missed what you said.
Oh, what if we steal the guards' clothes? Borrow the guards' clothes.
I'm wearing one of them, but
Well,
yeah, I can knock a few others out. I can make
Jackie,
that happen.
you could take me to be transferred or something. That's totally cool. I love being in handcuffs.
I'm gonna ignore that.
Did you know I can do a
Well,
flip
you're
while
a
I'm in?
spicy one, aren't you?
I'm gonna take
Hey,
the handcuffs.
I can
out
do
from
a
the
flip in
guard.
handcuffs.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
I don't think I can do a flip out of handcuffs.
I'll teach you. It's
You know what,
okay.
Ed? No one wants to see that.
Not even
Hey,
me. Not
no.
even me. No. Not
Don't say
even
that
me.
about Ed. I'm sure someone
Listen,
somewhere
Ed
wants
knows
to
that
see
he's
it,
my
honey.
favorite out of the whole Ed and Eddie routine he's got going on with his boss. But like,
Oh God. Yeah,
But,
that
well,
is unfortunate. That is
I say that.
unfortunate.
but I take the handcuffs, and I'm like, there's only one pair here, so either way, I'm gonna need to find either another guard to knock out, or I mean, I can just knock out the guards.
Yeah, let's do that. And you can put me in the handcuffs as a temporary cover, because
Just want
I
to
can
be
sneak
in the
out of 'em.
handcuffs, Manny. You can just say you want to be in the handcuffs.
I want to be in the handcuffs.
Yeah,
so I
you
can-
want to be in the handcuffs. It's awesome. I put her in the handcuffs.
I can't break out of handcuffs if I'm
Yeah.
not in them.
We've known each other for a while. It's all good.
Yeah.
We're there.
Don't worry, Harley is totally cool with it.
No, that's not what I meant. I've got. I mean,
You know, even
my
if
own
you
things.
did, I'm just saying,
All right, we're going.
we're a free-loving kind of couple.
Oh.
All right.
I admired that. I couldn't do it.
Thank you, Eddie. Thank you.
Jackie is like bright red as she's just like all right, let's do this.
So Jackie, you are leading. You're leading Manny out of the cell block, into the service corridors, or I guess into the main corridors, because they're probably your separate service corridors. Does anybody else want to like simultaneously go down the service corridors and meet up later? What's your
Ooh, let's do some flanking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ollie's down for that.
Cool. So, Olly, you're headed down an adjacent service corridor. Ed, are you with Jacky and Manny, or are you going with Olly?
I'd like to avoid violence where I can, so I'm gonna you lovely ladies do your whole thing really cool. I admire it, and me and Olly are gonna just we'll do our thing.
Yeah, we can cause a distraction.
Oh, I'm good at
okay.
that.
We can get most of them cleared out, and you guys get in there, get us a map of where everyone's at. Get the cameras looping so no one sees us.
Map, cameras, bosses.
In that order.
All right.
We're a good team, Ed.
Wait. Do we know where the bosses are?
I know where mine's at. I heard it.
Hmm.
Good gossip.
You want to make a roll for it?
Sure.
All right.
Did I have to move a point into Gimmick for after my search, or is that only when there's a critical success?
The point move is for when the plan goes off. So
Oh.
I don't think what you did is like a.
Yeah, I was just patting him down.
Yeah, you're just seeing if you could get anything else useful.
Okay.
But if there's like a step of the plan,
Mm.
then that triggers that.
Okay.
Cool.
So am I? I guess I'll just roll.
Yeah. So give me. Well, how would you go about trying to find where Harley is?
Can I do this in a flashback?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. So we flash back to the day before, I guess, and you see Manny walk up to one of the guards and just say, "Hey, Johnny, do you want to see a little trick? I bet I can do cartwheels all the way up and down that rail without falling 2 floors. And if I tell you, could you please tell me where my wife is?"
Yeah, all right, Quinn. I'd like to see you try. Dazzle me.
Okay. All right.
And I think
All right.
I think he is going to like, he like wants to see your acrobatics show, but he is also going to put his hand on his like belt taser,
Okay. I'm straight up going for some circus shit, man.
Yeah, totally. So give me a gimmick roll.
All right. That is it.
And this is 2d6 because you have the base roll and you're using the gimmick.
Okay. Well, that's terrible. I rolled 2 6s.
Okay. So that's a failure.
Yeah, I'll say.
I don't think you fail the flips. The guard is just an asshole.
Yeah.
So you describe this display for us. You're probably in like the in like the common area or the yard.
Yeah. So Manny climbs up 2 stairs, and there's like the railing outside, like on the other end of the walkway. From, I assume it's kind of set up with like the cells on one side, and the walkway that the guards patrol.
Sure.
And then like a railing that overlooks a common area, classic prison style. So she just finds a spot, and basically does a slower version of a pole vault routine. Kind of. It's just. It's slower and more careful, and her turns aren't like, she's no Simone Biles by any stretch of the imagination, but you can tell Manny's done her fair share of tumbling classes.
Great,
and so at the end she goes, ta-da!
You land, and you do the pose, and the guard is like, hey, that was a great show. All right, back in your cell.
But where's Holly?
You want to know where your wifey is?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to get it with a little more than tumbling, kiddo.
How much?
Hey, I'm not in the business of quoting prices.
And do you take digital currency?
I think we're into another roll. Give me a criminal roll.
Is
Okay.
would it be possible for Ed to didn't you say earlier, Manny, that Ed helps like funnel Twitch bits? Helps Manny funnel Twitch bits as Brian.
Yeah. 100%. That's how we get like and Manny spends her money on very useful things like sequins to customize her outfit.
Oh my god.
Tastier ramen flavors.
Totally.
That's legit.
Okay. All right. So I'm just gonna roll a criminal roll, right?
Yeah. If I would say Ed is helping you actually, if Ed is the one who's giving you access to this. So this is 2 d6s you can roll.
Ooh. Okay.
And you're trying to get under your criminal. Equal to or under your criminal.
Oh, equal to? Okay, good. I rolled 2 3s.
Oh, cool. That's a critical success.
Woohoo!
So,
Somebody say digital?
Yeah. Hey, Ellie, come up here.
That's Ed, but you know what, Manny, you can call me whatever you want. What's up? What can I Oh, hey, Joe. Oh, wait, no, you're Bobby.
it's John.
Johnny. Oh god, I'm so sorry. I'm that's why my first wife left me. I'm just so bad with names. I'm so sorry, Johnny. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, how are you with Bitcoin?
I know the bits and I know the coins.
Hey.
He's gonna like take his phone out. He's gonna like whip his phone out and sort of like, wave
Offer it? Ooh.
Yeah, just I boop some beeps and
Johnny, if you want, we can give you some extra, and you can tell us where Ed's boss is too.
Oh, Riddler.
I think with
What
a
a
critical
guy.
success, you get that honest question from the GM, right?
Nice. Yeah.
So yeah. Let's see. We're trying to find where we're trying to find out where Harley is and where the Riddler is.
Mhm.
Quite frankly, where do you think they are?
I feel like the Riddler's not in maximum security.
Yeah.
Or maybe he is. I don't know. He is sort of a named villain. I'm not sure. But also he's like kind of,
Yeah. I feel like Harley came in for something completely not like completely pretty innocuous. Like I think like Harley got put in Arkham mostly because of her association with the Joker more than what she
like the
has been
Joker.
doing since.
Okay.
So I think I would say she's probably in lower security too, because
medium security.
medium, yeah.
Okay.
She's not an ad seg by any means.
So
I don't know psych wards.
I think, I mean,
Yeah.
nothing in Arkham Asylum is like a psych ward for real.
That is true.
This is much more.
It's a prison.
It is a prison that they call an asylum.
Okay, so
because,
she's not
again,
an ad seg /
they're
solitary.
Yeah. Okay.
I think she's with Jen, like where other folks are, you know?
Okay. So I think she's in the sort of medium security area of where you are, of the sort of prison block that where you're kept. But she's in a bit more of an intensive area.
Another wing.
The Riddler, I want to give you a completely different and interesting location for the Riddler. I don't know. We'll just do this. So Johnny says, "Yeah, all right. Well, Quinn, the other Quinn, is downstairs, medium security. Ed, your boy came down with a bit of a case of the sniffles. Transferred over to the medical wing."
Oh, that's unfortunate. How bad is it? Like I hear there's a new, I don't know, like the flu level, or like...
He's a little sick, it'll be fine.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
He wasn't like beat up or anything. Is this a euphemism? I'm not too good with those. That was why my third wife left me.
Listen, Ed, I don't know what kind of an operation you're accusing the good staff of Arkham Asylum running here. That
Johnny,
people are getting beat up.
Johnny, look, even I wanted to strangle the man occasionally. You know, he gets on his fourth riddle and you're like, I didn't even know the first three. Can you just give me the box? So I'm not, you know, we're all people, we're all humans. We all make mistakes, and I'm not accusing anybody of anything. I'm just, you know, it's my paycheck. I just want him to live, you know, just worried about that 401k. You can understand, you know.
Yeah, sure. I'm working stiff too, Ed. Alright. Get back in your cells. If my supervisor catches you out here and me just jawing away at you, I'm gonna be in deep shit. You didn't hear anything from me, and to be clear, neither of your bosses are accepting visitors, huh?
Of course.
And he waves you back into your cells and walks away.
Thanks,
Flash
Johnny.
forward.
You're a doll. All right, flash forward.
So if we're already split off, I like to think that like I'm kind of whistling and like pulling Manny along into the, what are we calling this? Sort of like the
Is it a corridor between like other wings?
Yeah, I mean this is sort of a general. If once you sort of leave the cell block that you're on, you're kind of in a cinder block hallway that's gonna start going down, winding around a little bit. There are some other areas off of there, like this is how you would get from the cell block over to like the common area, you know, like the mess hall, that kind of thing. So it's sort of the general cell block access corridor that you're in, and it's just this sort of like, you know, cinder block lined corridor with linoleum floors, not well scrubbed, and sort of flickering fluorescent light to it. No windows to the outside here.
And we're heading in toward the security like check-in area with all the access to the cameras, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say, Hopper?
Oh, I was just gonna say it probably has that nauseating mint color, like
Yes.
flaking latex paint.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I see like the door leading into security or something, and I'm like giving a nod to Manny, like, "You ready for this?"
Let's do it.
All right, I open it up. How many people are inside?
All right. Let's roll for it.
Roll to see how many people are in there.
In the
Security office.
in
Yeah.
the office.
Yeah.
Mhm.
This will be baked into what you're doing.
Oh, I mean, we're gonna beat them up.
Yeah.
Yep.
I assumed that you were headed to beat them up.
Yeah, like I'm gonna open it up and be like, "All right, boys, I want a good, clean fight. No funny stuff. I'm gonna shut the door behind me. Line up pretty nicely for me. I'm gonna flip to see who I knock out first here.
Yeah.
All right, so you chuckle fuck. Let's go. I'm gonna roll.
Yeah. Give me a gimmick roll because you flipped. You have 1d6 base, 1 for using your gimmick, and 1 because Manny's helping you.
Mhm.
That was 1 2 and 1 6.
A 2, and a 6.
A 2 and a 6.
Okay, great. You get a third if you want to try for a critical.
That's a
Hell
1.
yeah.
Okay,
Ooh.
you get a critical. So how many guards do you want to beat the ever-loving crap out of?
All of
Leave
them?
leave Manny a couple. Or
Oh,
they
yeah,
tag
yeah.
team.
I
You
mean,
can tag team.
I'm not. Look, I'm not just doing this on my own. I know you want to do your flips. We're literally
Yeah.
having this conversation while I knock the first one out with my fist.
Yeah.
And I'm
And
like,
Manny
also,
goes,
this
"Look."
one does for the second one though, so you take the furthest one, and I'm like getting the taser out.
Yeah.
Got it.
And
And then Manny
these
says,
guys
"Look,
are
Ma,
like-
no hands." And she like flips with her hands tied, wraps her legs around the guy, and like flips him over. Oh, this is so fun.
And he goes like slamming through like a flimsy table in the middle of the thing. Papers go flying everywhere. And I think over the course of this, like, basically you have mostly had a conversation with each other.
Yeah, we're
And-
talking the whole time.
Right. And over the course of this conversation, we basically pull back and we see the whole guard room. You know, there's a big desk, a bank of computer stations, various flat screen TVs angled around it, showing different camera views, and you know, like keyboard, computing station, that kind of deal. And it's just the two of you standing in the center of this room as like one paper floats down and
I really got
lands
stretched
on this
before
unconscious guard who's in this pile of like, it's like five guards who are just completely out cold on the floor. And with that, I think we're gonna break. So we join our crew of assorted hench people in 2 locations. We left Jacky and Manny standing amongst a bunch of unconscious guards in the security cam room at the intake of Arkham Asylum. And I'd like to cut over to Ed and Olly making their way through the back the back service corridors of the asylum to that same location. What do we see here?
Oh, I'm imagining this is like the grubby underbelly of Arkham. Like these are the old walls, the bones of the building.
Yeah, we're definitely in a space with like a lot of various pipes and ductwork running along the walls. The walls, I think, are sort of a mash of stone and metal and concrete. This is like the sort of bones of the original Victorian structure that was built, but they've been laid over with all this more modern bits of, HVAC and water pipes and electrical wiring. This is a pretty dimly lit area. I think we have those sort of caged bulbs just hanging at intervals along here. There's open, there's sort of like drainage grates in the floors, because this is a service corridor. You know, there's probably like a mop bucket somewhere which looks like it hasn't been touched in, 20 years. And you're making your way through there up to the intake area and the main guard post.
So we're just going through this underbelly. There's no one here, right?
No. Is your plan to just sneak through this area?
If I don't see anybody, I'm just gonna walk on through.
Yeah. Let's see how that goes.
Molly's got her glasses off for once, and is in that really bright green with her eyes just kind of catches the light, and you kind of sense that they're not really too affected by the dark.
Your eyes are you got some peepers. Got some peepers, Olly.
That'll do. Birthday present from the boss.
What she get you new eyes, or
Brand spanking.
like new eyeballs?
Just corneas. Nothing crazy.
Well, that's real cool. If you can see in the dark, I don't know, like, if you would mind leading me. I'm not, my eyesight isn't very good in the light. They didn't let me bring my reading glasses in. If you, I don't know how comfortable you are with, like, contact, but I could, like, hold your hand, or, like, maybe put my hand on your shoulder so I don't, like, fall.
I think that Ed would know that Olly normally hates being touched, but is like, you can put your hand on my shoulder.
Okay, I really appreciate it. Like, I can't, if I, need these legs to work. Well, more so my arms and hands, because I use those to type, but, I would prefer to be able to walk and not, like, break any leg. Let's just go.
I think Olly is leading here. So Olly, give me well, this is up to you, I think. Is this a criminal roll because you're sneaking around, or is it a gimmick roll because you're using your, I assume, plant-enhanced eyes?
Gimmick, eyes,
Yeah.
eyes.
Yeah, why not gimmick?
All right, so you have 1 base d6. You get 1 for using your boss's gimmick, and you get 1 because you were working with Ed, so you have some assistance here. So 3d6. You're trying to get under your gimmick, under or equal to your gimmick, 1 or more of them.
That was almost very bad. That's a 2, a 4, and a 5.
Okay, and your gimmick is still standing at 3. Yes.
Yes.
Cool. So with 1 success, I think you are able to successfully lead Ed through these service corridors. You sort of come out into there's sort of like a side door around the corner from the guard station. And I think this area, I didn't describe it initially when Jacky and Manny busted in, but this intake area of the asylum is definitely more sort of old school Gothic architecture. This whole building has this sort of Victorian Gothic revival skin to it. So it's this sort of like Victorian institutional building that's almost like a parody of medieval Gothic architecture. So the interior that you're in, like that cinder block cell block corridor that Jacky, you and Manny went through, led out through a couple of security doors, which of course you keycarded through no problem, into a big Gothic hall area. You're in this sort of entry area. with a grand staircase splitting and going up to a higher level, probably up to some administration offices. There is lots of heavy carved wooden furniture here. The lighting is these sort of like glass shaded lamps, but over it all and around it all is this veneer of sort of high security. So there are metal detectors set up, gateways, various glass and mesh and steel barriers in the area to sort of control where people are going in and out. And you do see like modern signage like you would see in a modern institution, pointing in different directions to different areas of the asylum. And the guard area is sort of off to the side, contained. It's this room that's sort of contained in one of these like Gothic ensconced cubes, one of these sort of like outcroppings of the entryway interior, that has a like a big like institutional style glass window with the little bits of crossed metal through it, but is also like set into this elaborately carved stonework. So Ed, Olly, you are able to sneak out of the service door off to the side of this projection, this guard area, and swoop in to the guard station, where, once again, as we've described before, Jacky and Manny are just standing amongst a bunch of unconscious guards.
Hey! Wow, I really love the Gothic architecture in here. Look at that elaborately carved stonework.
Yeah,
amazing.
Elaborate, like the stonework. Really,
But-
I'd love it if you also looked at the elaborately laid out.
Oh, right.
Like,
That's why
got
we're here. Right. Yeah. Look, gotta appreciate beauty. I think I'm supposed to roll some dice.
Yeah.
I don't want to interrupt the game, but I love Ed so much.
Yeah. Can
Ed's
you
my
just be like
favorite.
all of our dads?
I know.
The Ed is.
We've
is-
established that Ed is a terrible father.
Yes.
I disagree. I feel like
I mean,
we
Well,
did a
we've
great
established
job
he's a
here.
terrible
Hey,
partner.
Terrible
we-
partner.
We have established that Ed is a terrible partner, possibly.
You've
not
got
terrible.
all these
Look,
jobs
I'm getting my kid
alimony.
braces.
Aw.
I pay through all my
Terrific
payments
dad.
on time. I go to all their shows. Look, I gotta get out of Arkham because I'm gonna miss my daughter's dance recital. So
Oh my god, we gotta get out of
we
here.
gotta get out of here.
Ed's gonna miss his recital. This is the biggest thing.
This is the most
Okay.
important part of the
Please,
game
please.
now.
Please take your time though with, wiping the cameras.
That
So-
is-
Okay, wiping the cameras.
so,
Okay,
Ed,
okay.
I feel like that
you,
was just deliberately in character.
You sit down in the little swivel chair in front of all the screens, and you're in front of the keyboard for the camera computer system, and you have access to the broader computer network for the asylum. What are you doing?
So I'm hacking. I'm hacking into the system.
Hell
Hack me.
yeah.
In the
I'm just-
mainframe.
Just I'm hacking into the mainframe. Just fingers flying over the keyboard. Well, we already know where 3 out of 4 of the bosses are, so I gotta find Poison Ivy. Need a map and need to fork up those cameras.
Yep.
So
Hey Ed, I got a question. Is there a way you can open some doors in those
Maybe
places?
all the doors.
well,
Get-
Maybe cause another distraction?
I mean,
Get all the guards
some
out?
Some of those places they gotta have I don't know. I mean, Killer Croc could be in there fucking people up, and that'd do us a big favor.
Yeah.
That's
Distract the
true.
gods.
I didn't stretch properly. I can't keep doing this. I mostly point and shoot. I don't normally do this kind of front facing stuff.
Yeah, I guess. I guess I could open some doors. Distractions. I mean, look, I don't really know that much about like making distractions. Like, I could put on like a game, like a quiz show. Like, I got some of those old riddles, like, you know, bouncing around in my head. Like, maybe I could have those like on TVs or something.
Oh yeah, really
Does
confuse
that sound like a
them.
good idea?
I think that's
Yeah,
fun.
just confuse them all.
Perfect.
Cool.
I'm sure that won't tip them
Yeah,
off at all.
you gotta have fun with it, right? Or we're all just gonna go
Yeah.
nuts.
The answer to closing these doors is solving my riddles.
Riddle me this. Yeah.
Hey,
Say that, I'll
yeah.
fucking
Oh
kill
man,
you.
boss, be so proud of me. Actually,
All right. So I think we're actually dealing with two separate roles here. And I'll let you decide exactly in what sequence you want to deal with them. But Ed, you're gonna have to make a criminal roll to hack into the system and essentially get control of it. So you have one die for your base action. You have one for using your specialty, hacking.
yes.
And
I feel like I'm not using the gimmick on this roll.
you're not using the gimmick here. So we're at 2d6.
You're about to ask the whole asylum, riddle me this, though.
That's the next roll.
Oh, fair.
Yeah, I
right.
think they have to be separated into two rolls because we're already
Okay, so we
combining
want
a lot.
low numbies.
Yeah.
Give
You
me
got this,
low
Ed.
numbies
You got
here.
this, Ed.
Give me those numbies. Oh, okay. Well, one was a 6, but the other one was a 3,
Okay.
and my criminal is still at 3.
Great. So
Nice.
that's a success. So, Ed, I think what you're able to do is hack the mainframe.
I'm
you-
in.
You are able to do the following. You get into the Arkham Asylum computer network. I think we've established that you have like a phone with you, which has been, you know, jailbroken and modified and is probably pretty souped up.
I snuck it in, you know, by putting it, not to be crude, but where the sun don't shine.
I don't need to know that piece of information. We are.
It's clean. I've sanitized it.
No, it's
Hey,
not, I'm not touching it.
That
You
I
touch
had to.
that.
I had to sneak in some hair supplies that way. It's
Oh,
totally okay.
What is the matter? Don't answer that.
Okay.
So-
Upkeep, baby, upkeep.
So good. So, Ed, you are able to hack into the computer station here, and you are able to then essentially you've got the network password by hacking into this computer, and you can now attempt to manipulate the Arkham network from your phone as you move about the asylum. And I think
That's so cool.
given that this was a success, you're able to, you know, you do a little doot, and you can loop the security cameras. So you loop whatever the current footage is on the security cameras, and that will just loop indefinitely and mask whatever is actually happening, whatever those cameras are actually picking up. And
However,
because you're on the network, yeah, go ahead.
However, the massive pile of dead or unconscious security guards will tip anyone else coming in to look at the cameras off that something is wrong. So can't help that, but I can help the cameras.
Yeah. Listen, this is for the future. You're planning way ahead.
That's true.
So,
Okay.
And you do also have now on your phone a full schematic of the floor plan and layout of Arkham Asylum.
Yes.
Perfect.
All right, what do you want to do?
Did I find where Poison Ivy was?
Yes.
Olly is very invested. I think at this point, Olly is basically breathing down Ed's neck.
All right. Hey,
Very
no
quietly
backseat
and
driving. No backseat driving. Look. I'll hold it out so that you can look too. Okay. Reminds me of my son. Okay. This is
the
at the time.
What is the background of Ed's phone?
Oh, dude, it's like, I wanted to say it's like a picture of his like family or whatever, but it's probably just like the basic. It's like the basic background, or like a picture of a car, or like a cool car or something.
A cool car?
Yeah.
A cool car.
To Ed. A cool car to Ed.
Yeah. Oh, so it's like a.
Yeah, it's like a Mustang.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Or like a really sleek Toyota Camry.
A really
my
sleek
God.
Toyota Camry. Yeah.
Ollie died. A little
You like
bit.
cars
Man.
too, right? You like cars too. Look at this baby.
So who's closest?
Okay, so where's Poison Ivy? I'm getting off track here. Where's Poison Ivy? And then who's closest?
Yeah. So
It's totally in character that I feel like Jackie's
Oh, yeah.
constantly seeing y'all like ramble, and she's like,
100%. So
Ollie's just trying not to say anything offensive. Look at this cool car.
So I think I think I have to take a page out of the video game. Poison Ivy is in the she's in the conservatory. She's in the greenhouses. She's being kept in a greenhouse area. I think for her comfort. And the closest person has to be, based on what we established, Harley, who we know is in a lower area of the cell block that you all just came from.
well, if we can get Holly out, then we're really talking.
Yeah, let's go. She'll be real happy.
Ollie
I'm
wants
happy to help.
Toss these bodies, grab 3 more key cards.
Mm-hmm.
Are they dead? Did you?
No, I just knocked them out. Come on. No one paid me for this, so they're not dead.
I mean,
What do you think? I'm some sort of crazy murderer?
Yeah, they just have concussions.
Ollie
It's
literally
completely fine.
lowers their sunglasses and stares at for a second, and then puts them back
But
up.
I'm not. I'm all like Ed over here. I'm also getting paid.
She's got ethics.
I've got ethics.
There you go.
Yeah.
As we all know,
Let's get some more outfits.
Can I grab? Oh yeah, I want to grab a baton.
Sure, totally. You can definitely do that.
Anything
gonna
else in the security room?
Oh, wait. Can I grab a taser, but then like jailbreak it so it's extra powerful?
Sure. I'm gonna make you roll for it.
Yay!
I'll make you roll for it when you use it. If the roll goes
Okay.
bad, it'll go real bad for you.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, totally.
Do any of these guards have guns on them?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I think it's probably safe to say that the guards on the exterior probably have some guns.
Yeah, Jacky takes one of the
Yeah.
like pistols.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's 5 of them, so Harley will do it too. Not Harley. Manny will do it. She'll take an extra one for Harley though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Jackie's much more comfortable like using the old-fashioned guns.
Sure.
It's just more of the assassin, less of the face-to-face thing. That only happens when shit goes bad.
Yeah.
Ollie will definitely take one. Offer one to Ed.
I'll take it.
Yes,
Hey,
I think
hopefully
we've
we
got
won't
all
need 'em.
5. Yeah.
All right. So
All right,
So-
team.
where are you headed?
Do we have a team name? We can name it after your cafe, the Bad Batch.
No,
right?
Oh.
that's trademarked, and you know that.
Damn.
Wait, it's Gotham.
This-
It's
this-
Gotham.
no,
Do
this is-
copyright laws apply in Gotham?
All right.
Yes.
Well, I'll keep thinking about it.
My
I'll
boss
keep
is a
thinking
lawyer.
about
I've
it.
been learning some things.
Oh, well, yeah. That's right.
You're a smart young lady. You could go to law school. You don't have to be, living a life of crime.
Oh, Ed, stop it. We've had this conversation before. I'm doing. Well,
I know.
You know
What? I just want I want the best for you. I want the best for Miri. It's I can't help it. I can't help it. Look, let's go break some criminals out of some jail cells. Let's go. do some crimes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, did we do the riddle roll?
Oh,
do
no, we
you
didn't.
wanna-
The riddle roll.
Do you want to put that up? Okay, so
That's
and
3 d6s.
yeah, give me a roll against your gimmick stat.
So that's 3.
That was so wholesome.
Yeah,
Manny.
it's 3 because you're using your
No.
criminal specialty and your boss's gimmick here.
Oh, we got a Camry with gold rims.
Okay. So.
I believe in you.
Okay, so 1 was a 1, then I had a 4 and a 6.
Okay, so that's 1 success. So you are able to do this. What do you put on the asylum's public address system?
It's a riddle, but it's
Go
like
on riddles.com.
okay. It's definitely a riddle. Riddle me piss. No. Oh, but it's like a really bad. It's a really bad riddle. So it's like a riddle. If you have 3 oranges and you take away 2, how many will you have? But the answer is actually 2 oranges because it's the 2 oranges he took. It's not a good riddle.
But it's Ed's riddle.
Yes, it
all
is.
of that you said up to the point where you said it's not a good riddle is part of the riddle.
Yeah. Very good. Very good. This will fool him. Guaranteed.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Hey, we wanted the
All right.
distraction.
So,
hopefully this distracts.
So yeah, I think now that you've done this, you do hear some people like walking into the other end of the lobby. As this riddle goes out on the starts to go out on the public address system in an infuriating loop. You definitely hear some guards saying like, "What the heck is going on over there? Who the hell is in the guard station?"
We gotta go.
Can I gimmick?
Do it. What do you want to do?
Olly's gonna from whence you do not know. Olly is going to pull a large seed pod about the size of like an avocado pit, and is going to chuck it right in the middle of said guards.
Cool. Let me note first that Ed, and I think this probably applies to Olly because you were part of this part of the plan. The plan has gone off without a hitch, so you're going to move a point from gimmick to criminal, both of you.
Ooh, so I get less gimmicky. Still gonna do it.
You can always flashback.
You can always flashback. Or you can
We
flash
did talk
bang
about
with the seed pod. Give me a gimmick.
Well, I
roll.
was actually going with like a paralytic agent. because
Sure. So give me a gimmick
This is my
roll.
boss.
This is 2d6.
I like these odds. Not actually. These odds are terrible. But success. 2 and a 4.
2 and a 4. Yeah, 2 does it. That's a success. So what does it look like when you throw down this seed pod as the guards run up?
I think it does this really anticlimactic like bonk bonk bonk, and then there's kind of like a couple of them are like looking at it, expecting it to explode, and then it just goes.
Like one of the guys like trains his gun on it. I think these are more heavily armed dudes. So one of the guys like trains his gun on it. What is the effect of this?
Instant paralysis.
Yeah, and they just like lock up and fall back over. And there is this. Is it like a cloud? What do we see?
It's a cloud of like greenish brown spores.
Cool. All right. Well,
So we running?
you've solved my guard puzzle. Where are you running to?
We're gonna go try to get Harley first, I think.
Yeah.
She's closest.
All right.
Yeah. And then as we're running out, if there whatever doorway there is that blocks like the lobby off, Manny wants to pull it shut and then like smash the key card with her baton so that anyone else coming in from that direction won't be able to just like swipe a card and get it. They'll have to figure out another way through.
Sure. I don't think there's any chance that can fail, so I'll just let you do that.
Okay.
So you whack the key card reader, and everybody goes through, and you slam the security door shut. And I think this is sort of like a double security door situation. And you end up in you go through the double security doors, and you end up in a small area with the door back into the cell block from where you came. And then a sort of intense elevator door. I think it's for funzos. It's one of those elevators that opens like this.
Yeah.
And it's got some like caution stripes painted on it, and you see, stenciled on it is like medium security.
Yeah. Is that where we going, Eddie?
Again, I did not get to bring my reading glasses in, so could.
Yeah, I'll take a look at that. Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
let's go.
I do need that phone
Should we
back.
go, right? Oh yeah, sorry.
Jackie, remember where that was?
What?
Shouldn't Ollie? Let's just go. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I feel like I missed something.
You swipe.
Remember where the phone was.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh.
I wipe my hands on Eddie's shirt.
That's fair. That's fair.
You
All right, we go.
You swipe the key card, and you hear ka-chunk, chunk, as you hear the elevator coming up, chunk, 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 and the doors open, and you see this, corrugated metal floor elevator with padded walls, and there is, of course, a video screen in here playing Ed's Riddle over the public address, and
Yes.
you enter the elevator and descend to the lower level of the cell block.
And we're all dressed like guards.
Yep.
Are you all
David,
dressed like
can we
guards?
get some
At least I
elevator?
am.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
We picked up the stuff off the unconscious ones first, and so Manny's gonna pull her guard hat low, kind of.
Yeah, here's the elevator music. Doot 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 doot
Do, do.
doot 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 doot.
12 level loads here.
Is this I was about to say, is this a Mass
Mass
Effect
Effect
elevator?
Oh,
Like, we're gonna have a 20-minute
God.
conversation while we go down?
Yeah, you have to have a character conversation in this elevator. What do you talk about?
I love the girl from Ipanema. Tall and tan.
Ka-chunk,
Yeah.
ka-chunk, ka-chunk.
Nothing. I think all of us just go. Okay. Oh, Ed.
And the elevator opens into the lower cell block. You see a corridor that is more dimly lit than the one that you came from. The walls are poured concrete, reinforced with steel beams, and you're faced with this long hallway that goes down with various cell doors lining the sides at regular intervals.
Anyone you recognize in the cells?
Anyone you recognize in the cells? Let's see, who is down here?
Hey, we
Professional
have some
curiosity.
friends down here.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I mean, I think this is a valid place for Calendar Man to be.
Oh, leave
Yeah.
him. He's useless. There's not even a national holiday coming up.
Yeah, so you pass some cells, and you can look in through the windows. This is that like security glass with the crisscrosses in it that you can see into the cells here. And you see Calendar Man, and he's in there muttering to himself as he scratches all these elaborate figures onto the walls, various dates and times, and he's got he's drawn like a Mayan calendar on the back wall, and he's ticking off things there.
Oh God.
I think it would be reasonable for you to pass. You see, you look into another cell, and there's a man, a completely nondescript man in the black and white striped scrubs, standing there. And then if you look away for a second and look back, Manny, you're standing there. And then if you look away and look back, Jacky, you're standing there. If you look away and look back, Ed, you're standing there. Look away and look back, Olly is standing there. This is Clayface. You can easily deduce. He's sort of in the form of Olly, I think, as his last transformation, gives you a creepy little wave.
That's a cool trick.
I think Jacky goes up the cell being like, "Hey, Clayface, we're having a little shindig going on here. Would you be up for trying to find your own way out? Maybe giving us a hand with some distractions, do-abouts?"
And he loops into the same form as you, Jacky. Yeah, I think I could do that.
You can't go as me though, because that's gonna cause some problems.
Be a god!
Be Britney Spears.
Mattie from the back.
Britney Spears. All right.
And Clayface transforms into Britney Spears dressed in a
Amazing.
guard's uniform.
Yes!
Hey, you're gonna get some free cupcakes or something.
Yeah.
When you come back to the cafe, all right? I'm gonna let him out.
Nice.
And he, as Britney Spears gives you a sexy wave, and turns around and strides down the cell block and gets in the elevator.
What a weird guy.
This is the part of the stream where David sings
Toxic.
Yes, that's what I was.
No, it should
just
be
go
I'm a
on.
slave for you.
Oh no.
It should be oops, I did it again.
No, it's oops. It's definitely
all
oops.
three.
I did it
Yeah,
again.
The rest
or
of
you can hear
you
you can
drive
hear
me
him
crazy.
singing. You can hear him singing this pitch perfect, "Oops, I did it again." As he's making his way.
Incredible.
That's all I wanted to see. I just
That's
wanted to hear the
amazing.
DM sing.
Worth it.
Dance for me. Okay, done.
All right. So Harley's cell is sort of in the middle of this hallway. Manny, what do we see when we get to Harley's cell?
When you get to Harley's cell, looking through the window, you see Harley, and you can kind of see her. She's probably laid back, having a nap. I'm assuming we're doing this in the middle of the night, right?
Are you?
Sure. I figure less people on guard, hopefully. And so she's awake. She's got her hands crossed under her legs, her feet crossed. She's wearing her standard issue, not scrubs, but you know what
they're scrubs.
Yeah, her prison scrubs, but there's patches attached all over them. And she has taken some Sharpie from somewhere to her sneakers, putting her traditional touches to it. And her hair's in little fun buns, also having grown out of whatever color it was when she came in here with. But she looks pretty calm, and Manny, as soon as she walks up, knocks on the door and grabs her key card to open the door. And as the door slides open, she's gonna say, "Hey, beautiful, you miss me?"
Manny, what pet name does Harley call you?
Ooh. I don't know. Anyone else good at pet names? Help. Chat.
It's definitely some sort of
Sweetie,
dessert.
darling, sweetie cake, honey
Doll
cake,
face.
patty cake, muffin cake.
Sugar
With
bun.
cake.
I like muffin. Sugar bun is good too.
Muffin.
Ooh, sugar bun.
Sugar
Let's
bun?
do sugar bun. Muffin is
bun.
too close to pudding.
That's fair.
It is.
It's sugar bun with an H.
So,
Sugar.
as soon as Harley sees you, Manny, she squeals, "Sugar bun!" And she sort of flips off the bed and runs up and wraps you in this big hug, and she's sort of like bouncing up and down. Oh,
Yeah.
Manny, I knew you'd come for me.
Of course, darling. Why do you think I'm here in the first place? Well, we gotta go. You ready to go?
Oh, we're going? Yeah.
Yeah. You,
I've been ready
you
to go
remember my
since day
friends.
one. Oh yeah, you all work for some other guys.
Holly,
Yeah.
you come to my cafe like every other week.
It's Mira's sister.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're Miri's sister.
Mira's sister.
You're a doll. And she gives you a little like pat on the cheek, Jackie.
All right.
And she's just gonna sort of stride out of the cell. She sort of like shimmies her shoulders. Ooh, it is good to be out. So, where's the party?
We're just getting started.
Who's
Where's the next step?
Yeah, who's the next?
I'm not touching the phone again, but you hold it down and I'll look at it.
Wait, I want to pause really quickly. My
Yeah.
stream is being buggy. Is anyone else's?
Mine is not showing any movement.
Yeah,
Let's
we're frozen on
investigate.
Twitch.
Hey chat, is it okay for y'all? My phone went to low power mode, so it's hard to tell.
I'm just gonna refresh the window because yeah, we're super glitchy and.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
one of my friends said Twitch has entered buffering hell for me and refuses to reload.
Oh, I think
Mm.
it's not an us problem. I think it's a Twitch problem.
I just restarted the app entirely, and it's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I refreshed my page and it came back.
Yeah,
Sorry
it's
about that, yo.
it's looking okay for me.
same,
Chat, how we doing?
Give a shout and let us know you're alive.
Creepy music, and there was no one there.
Nobody came.
I don't know. I wonder if chat needs to
I-
refresh too.
Possibly.
They
'Cause,
probably
yeah,
all-
no one's.
Everybody might have gotten kicked.
Well, we're just gonna hang here for a second.
Okay,
until
we
you
have
figure it out.
confirmation. We're back.
Yay!
Woohoo!
Cool.
The excitement
Where
of
were
Harley
we?
was too much.
Yeah. Twitch clearly couldn't handle it.
Ollie is just hoping that Harley does not recognize them because they work for Poison Ivy.
Sure.
And that might be awkward.
We've covered this. We're a free love couple. It's fine.
Yeah, well,
Jackie wants that to go down because she thinks that's hysterical.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Manny, Harley kind of leans on you and
Mhm.
says, "So, what's the plan, kids?"
Well, where we going next, Ed?
Let me see who the closest by is. Though Olly, could you lend me your super eyes, those little peepers? Who's the closest? I guess
Just
the
not
Riddler?
unwilling to touch the phone, but what does Ollie's mad awesome superpower eyes see?
I wrote down where they were. Okay, so Dent is in the maximum security psych ward.
Yep.
Poison Ivy is Riddler's in the medical wing.
Yep.
And
Poison
then
Ivy's
Poison
in the
Ivy is in the conservatory. So which is closest to where we are?
I think probably the intensive psych ward. It's about, so you want to go back to that lobby sort of forms a hub, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh god.
Off to one side, you've got the penitentiary where you are now. directly across, off to the other side, you have the infirmary, and if you were to go straight back, you would go into the you would go sort of down into the intensive psych ward. And just to further establish the geography, if you go up those double stairs that are at the back of the entryway area that I described, if you go up into there, you go into administration, and through administration is where the greenhouse is.
Okay.
Cool.
Alrighty.
Okay.
You can't do that anymore. It makes me sad.
I know.
And
Indeed. Always.
just so everyone's aware, the plan has gone off without a hitch.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
As you are all assisting here, you're going to move 1 point from gimmick to criminal.
We're gonna need some flashbacks.
Well, who's rolling?
No, this is a point that is moved as a result of you freeing Harley successfully.
Yeah, so I'm
Oh
at 5 and
boy,
1.
I'm at 5. So we should do some flashbacks.
Yeah.
As okay, who wants to go first on the flashback? Well, I guess we're moving to Harvey next, right?
We're going.
Can we do
Yeah.
flashbacks as we're moving?
Yeah, totally. So, so the group of you with Harley Quinn can start moving out of the cell block.
Quick question,
I think.
though.
Yeah.
Quick question.
Yeah.
I am at 6.
Oh,
Oh,
fuck.
no.
It happens very fast.
That's
Oh my
bad.
god. Oh shit.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, that's not.
What happens if we do an immediate
what time
flashback?
That's
Oh,
not
no.
very good.
How much time do we have?
To do a flashback?
Well, Batman can't just teleport.
Once
Oh,
it hits
God.
6, it hits 6.
Oh,
Oh no.
Who says I can't
I think we should have just been doing more flashbacks.
Oh
y'all.
no.
We may have
So
mismanaged our that was a poor life choice.
you head for the elevator, and Harley turns around as she's walking forward in the other way, waves back to the cell block, saying, "See you boys later. I got a hot date with my wifey."
I'm obsessed
Oh
with
god.
his voice.
This
Isn't it just the best thing ever?
You pile into the elevator. Ka-chunk, chunk.
Mass Effect loading time.
Ka-chunk,
Hey, Jacky.
chunk, boom. You
What?
come out.
Hmm.
Yeah. What's our elevator
Oh.
dialogue?
I was gonna say, you ready to see the big man?
yeah, you know. I mean, he's
He-
pretty good boss for me.
You gonna
Hmm.
tell him how you feel?
I'm not saying nothing. You don't know anything. You got nothing on me.
Listen. Sometimes when you reveal the
I'm not
insides of
listening.
your heart,
I'm not listening to
Things-
this. Oh, this is.
it ends well. Look at me. Look at Holly. We're the happiest we can be.
Yeah, just a
I'm-
couple of lovebirds. Don't you want to be like this?
Look, the most
She
important
plants
thing
like a big kiss on your cheek, Manny.
the most
This
important
can be
thing
you.
in any relationship is to always be honest about your feelings. And
Listen, you're not psyching me in no elevator while this is happening.
Trust
All right.
the
We're just-
the shrink.
Hey, we're just colleagues.
Oh, just colleagues.
Yeah.
Isn't
No.
that cute?
It's adorable. I heard
We
that
have
one
a
before.
mutual arrangement. There was a fancy contract and everything.
You deserve a gummy bear too,
I don't-
like I have mine.
Ollie is
That's
literally the manifestation of that monkey, the stuffed monkey, looking at the thing and then side-eyeing and trying to
Listen, kiddo.
Jackie's
I
bright
got a
red.
doctorate in emotional intelligence.
Oh no. I forgot.
You get it off your chest, you'll feel better. And she boops you on the nose, and the elevator ka-chunk chunks open. It is dark in the lobby now as you exit the penitentiary area.
Oh fuck!
The lights
is
have
good.
been turned out.
Oh no! Oh
Well,
no!
this is a pretty bad sign.
So excited.
Hey, Ed,
Somewhere
did you
in
turn the lights off?
rafters up above you, you hear the rustle of fabric, like the flapping of wings.
Shit.
I think there's a bird trapped in here.
Shit, it's not a bird. Ed, shut up. Get back into the elevator.
Back in, and I hand Harley that extra gun I grabbed.
As you extend your hand with the gun, ka-ching, a batarang flies out of nowhere and whips the gun out of your hand, and it goes clattering off into the darkness. And you see this dim figure swoop down from the rafters and sort of whoop up in front of you.
Oh my god, it's Batman! Can I get your autograph? My
No.
daughter is a huge fan!
Jackie like puts a hand over your mouth and like pulls you back and is like visibly like panicking.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's you're definitely stronger than him.
Hey, Bats, maybe don't interrupt when I'm trying to give my wife a present. It's not polite.
It's not polite to escape from prison either. I think you all need to go back to your rooms.
Like fucking hell. I feel like
You're
Jackie
not my
takes out
daddy.
the pistol.
And Batman is coming directly at you.
I wanna
Jackie,
dodge like hell.
he sees that you are trying to, raise a pistol at him, and he is leaping for you with a big roundhouse.
Oh my god, am I gonna fight Batman?
I guess you're gonna fight Batman. What do you do?
Fight Batman.
Always not fighting
I'm
Batman.
gonna fight Batman.
Manny wants to help sabotage while you
My
fight too.
Life is flashing before my eyes.
Always not fighting Batman.
And I think she tries to roll out of the way of the initial kick. She's like, look, Batman, like, nobody's dead, no one's dying, we're getting out of here, all right? I swear. Clean break.
Batman is trying to reach forward
dodging.
and physically grab you. So, give me a roll. You can only ever roll 1d6 against Batman.
Yeah, I know.
This is with your criminal, because you're just trying to dodge out of the way. So you have to get under
Anything.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because you have a 6.
exactly. A 6 exactly.
Okay. Cool.
Cool. Are you permanent auto success for criminal rolls now, and permanent fails for gimmicks? If you have a 6.
Huh.
What does that mean?
This is a good question.
That is a good question.
Yeah. I guess you can't roll this, right? Well,
Or
this
do
is
you have
this
to
is
force a
flawed- this is
flashback to
flawed
get
in the
one
game.
over?
I can do a flashback here, actually. It's very fitting for what I'm about to say to Batman. If you want me to say my piece and then decide, David.
Yeah, because you will, you need to go back down.
That was a fun
Yeah.
sentence. Just the thing that I'm going to say to Batman. Just hit me.
Yeah, give me a flashback.
I think at first, like, she's just like, I'm just trying to get Harvey out of here. You know this place isn't any good for him. And I'd like to flash back to a very foggy night in Gotham City, where Jackie is standing over a very shaken up man. She's got her trusty revolver pointed right at his head. The man's on his knees, and she's just looking very sadly. She's got an actual costume on.
What does
It's
that look like?
pretty standard. I mean, she's wearing a black leather jacket. She's got a bandana up around the lower half of her face, and these very bright red goggles that obscure her eyes, strapped on as well. And she's just she's got a pair of equally crimson gloves on her hands, and she's just sort of gesturing a little half-heartedly hey, I'm sorry, Bobby, but Falcone's said your money or your head on a platter. and you don't got the money. So you know how this is gonna go. And what she does instead is she fires. I feel like the man flinches, but she fires away from the man. You got kids. What we're gonna do is you're gonna give me a finger and you're gonna get the fuck out of town. And we're not gonna tell no one. And as that's transpiring, I think she gets approached by Harvey Dent, but as Two-Face.
Yeah.
This is the
Is
moment
this
that
the
she gets
first
offered the
time?
job.
That you have interacted?
Jackie's known Harvey, who has come into her and her sister's shop when he was the DA for a while. But I think this is the flashback to when she's offered the gig to be muscle for him as Two-Face. This would be the first time
Okay.
that they've interacted like this.
So, do you cut the guy's finger off?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, the guy, we see the guy there whimpering on the ground, clutching his
Get out of
hand. And he nods.
I see you around here again, Bobby, and I'm taking your head.
And he dashes off, off around the corner, off into the night. And you hear behind you step, ping. Flip, flip, flip,
Hey, who's
flip,
that?
flip, ching.
The gun's out still.
That was some good work you did there, kid. Giving a man a choice.
I don't like witnesses. Not very smart of you coming up to me like that.
Yeah, well... Ching, ching, ching. I flipped for it. I liked my odds.
Come out where I can see you. Stop fucking around.
And the figure moves into the spill of light from the street lamps just beyond where you are. And you can see, first, of course, the regular face of Harvey Dent. And then he moves and turns his head slightly, and you can see the disfigured half that is Two-Face.
Holy shit, Harvey. What are you doing out here? You gotta be in a hospital. And I take off the goggles so now he can see that it's me.
You're not talking to Harvey. You're talking to Two-Face.
You're Harvey Dent.
Half the time I am, half the time I'm not. Right now I'm not.
Look, we'll just forget that this happened. You didn't see this. I'll take you back to the hospital and, I heard about the accident in the papers. Miri wanted to send you, flowers or something, but I said that you needed some time, and you
I've
should
had
not be
all
out
the
here.
time I need. I'm back out on the street. And I think it's time. I think it's time somebody really took control of this city. Don't you, Jackie?
I think you don't know what you're going to be messing with here.
I think Gotham City doesn't know what it's going to be messing with. Especially if,
He extends the Two-Face side hand in your direction.
especially if I got you on my side. My good side.
I think you don't sound like yourself. But,
Come on, Jackie. I know what you can do. And I want you to do it for me.
yeah, I mean, I was, there's a visible change that comes over Jackie. It's almost like she weighed her odds just a little bit there mentally before, holstering the pistol, and just gives that very non-committal shrug. Like, yeah, I was getting a little tired working for Falcone anyway.
I'll bet. Don't worry.
He flips the coin again.
The coin's good.
Catch. And we're back to the present. You are facing off against the Batman. Now that you are back down to 5, how do you escape? The
Getting
only
him outta
thing you
here.
can do here is get
Yeah.
the fuck out.
Yeah. Listen, you can't fucking stop me. And I'm gonna say that as I'm trying to like dodge back into the shadows towards the elevator, but what I'm actually gonna do is take a breath and make a running leap up into the rafters, like kind of like alley-oop myself up higher, but try to use the echo of the hallway to make it seem like I'm still on the ground.
Cool. Batman reaches forward, and you manage to just sort of swipe back, and his hand swipes through the air as you try to grab him. As he tries to grab you, and you dodge. He says,
Listen, I'm not here to play games. This won't end well for any of you.
"How's everybody else getting out of there?" You have seconds to flee the scene.
Since Ed told us where we're going, Manny's gonna grab Harley's hand as Bats is fighting Jacky, and they're just gonna run.
Yeah.
They're just running.
I think. And where are you running? Are you running towards what are you running towards?
That middle hallway.
Okay. Great.
Yeah.
So you're headed towards the entrance to the intensive psych ward.
Yep.
Great.
Yep.
Cool. So you're bolting, and Harley is Harley. She can't resist. She calls out, "Hiya, Bats! Good to see you again. Well, I can't really see you. You're kind of like in the shadows there. Anyway, ta-ta!
Bye!
And you dive through the security doors there. Is everybody else following?
Nope.
I think Ed is gonna follow whatever Olly. He's gonna follow their lead.
Yeah. Olly is not gonna follow Harley. Olly thinks that Harley is the single biggest target for the Batman.
Sure.
And wants no fucking piece of that. They're gonna run towards the stairs, trying to get into administration and towards where they know Poison Ivy is.
Great. And Ed, you're going with?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll split up 2 and 2. Perfect.
Jacky, are you headed with Harley and Manny?
This is the floor that I need to be on, and I'm now like.
I thought we had to go down.
You have to get to the entrance to the intensive treatment area. So you have to go. You're gonna have to take another elevator down, and that's the elevator at the back. Yeah.
Okay, so I flipped myself up onto these rafters, so I'm trying to like walk my way over there as quietly as possible.
Okay.
Jacky knows she's in way over her head right now.
Yeah, I think you're able to just get to the door, and everybody is able to escape the area. I think the last thing you hear is Batman calling after you.
I can do this literally all night.
Shunk! The doors slam shut, locking him out from where you are.
Oh boy!
We in it now, boys.
Definitely didn't see that one coming.
I think like Jackie like in the elevator like sinks down like to a crouching position and just has her like head in her hands like, what am I getting into? This is so out of control.
Oh, Jackie, sweetheart, don't worry. This is what happens. Bat shows up, we do a little dance, we go back and forth. He beats you up a little, throws you in the clink, you get out, you dance a little more, you do it again.
No, I don't want this is not what I want to do. I don't want to do this back and forth little thing that y'all got going on here. I've got someone that relies on me. If I get stuck in here, what's gonna happen to her?
Manny, your friend isn't as fun as I thought she was.
It's all, I don't know. She's scared. Remember the first time you saw the bats?
Oh, sure. He was the scariest thing that ever happened in my life.
There you go. Well, you know, baby, I would say that's Mr. J, but it's okay. We'll call it bats.
Scared on one side, scared on the other side. You know what? Those two boys deserve each other.
They really
Oh.
do.
Can you be so calm? It's not like beating up a bunch of gods or like doing a job for money. This is a freaking Batman. Is that when the elevator dings?
Yeah. Elevator, ding, and the sort of very now intense security doors of the elevator shunk open very slowly. Chunk, 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 chunk. You are in a concrete corridor lit by harsh fluorescent spotlights at intervals. I think they shunk on as the elevator doors open. Chunk, 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 chunk.
Did some of them flicker creepily?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, this looks like a healthy ward for healing and fixing problems and not just a place to shunt people.
Yeah, there's like a big stencil, like block stencil on the floor just outside the elevator that says intensive psych ward, maximum security. And you can see the hallway going off in a couple of different directions here. What do you do?
Looking for Harvey Dent's cell.
No, we don't have a map.
Also wondering who else is on this floor.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Harls? Hey, Gummy Bear? Do
Yeah,
you
babe?
know who else might be down here that we should be careful about?
Oh, that's a good question. Well, they put the real psychos down here. You know, real big-time crazies. Very violent. People who would just as soon bite your head off as look at you.
Hey, he's not big time crazy, all right? I don't know why they put him in here.
Listen, I'm not a doctor here anymore. I don't determine what people do.
Well, I guess let's just be careful, and maybe I don't know, if you know any of these big time crazies, maybe we get their help to fight the Batman.
I like that.
That's not a bad idea. I mean, honestly, if you ask me, the Batman should be down here. He's a big-time crazy, and he likes to hit people. It's very unhealthy.
So violent.
He's a disturbed man. Something happened in his childhood. That's just my professional opinion. Anyway, and she starts trotting off down the hallway.
All right, we go. Manny goes with.
I'm
Yep.
following. I'm trying to like squint to see like what if there's any patient names written on the cell doors.
Yeah. The good thing is we
Yeah.
don't have a Ed with a map, but we have Harley, and she used to work here.
Let's cut to Ed and Olly. Ed, Olly. You enter. All right, so you enter the administration
wing. And this is a sort of well-appointed area of the asylum. We have these old wood-paneled walls, carpets along the floor. Again, the signage is modern, and we have some like nice soft lighting from these hanging chandeliers. And as you enter, off around the corner, just beyond the edge of the chandelier light, you hear some footsteps. Step, step, step. And that's where we're gonna cut it for tonight.
Dislike!
What does that mean?
Dislike!
Oh,
Folks,
I don't like that.
Thank you all for joining us here on Manapot Studios for Flights of Fandom, Escape from Arkham. We're going to be back with part 2, which will be our conclusion next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on Manapot Studios. Once again, I've been David, your GM. You can check out everything that I do in the gaming world over at dbb-8.itch.io. And I have been joined this evening by...
Me? Damn it. It is so hard to go first.
We'll keep it rotating around. I won't curse everybody with going first.
Mattie. I am cellartator around the interwebs. I am playing Ed, who is probably in deep shit, and this was really fun, so come back next week.
Hey y'all, it's Marcy, aka Experimental Madness, playing a Jacqueline Ripley, aka Jackie Ripper. And I'm freaking out because I just fought the Batman and I'm still here. So, yeehaw, y'all, let's see what happens.
Yeah.
I'm Puja. I am playing Manny Quinn and can be found on the internet at Puja on Twitter and Puja Baraka on Instagram. And don't forget, be lovers, not losers. Stay cute. And it's game over for today.
What's up, y'all? I'm Hopper. I'm playing Alexi Oleander. Just that good of a driver. Doesn't even have a villain name. And I can be found on the interwebs at Fail Deadly. That's with a, as apparently is my tagline. That's with a 3 instead of an E because I'm a bad person. And also at The Legend Tree on more and more social media. And as I put out my bullshit into the world, come wallow in my trash.
All right. Thank you all. I will see you next time here on Flights of Fandom.